Would you like to fuck me? Is that what this is?
I get it, man. What's going on?
Would you like me to fucking bend over for you right now?
No, man.
You know, guys, by the time you're watching today's video, it is already January 1st, 2025. And it kind of sucks that we're going to start this year off with some absolute ridiculous nonsense coming out of Activision. I mean, who's surprised, honestly? But very quickly, it needs to be said that 2024 for Scatmaster Fooly was quite eventful. Honestly, like, I took a step away from content for a little bit to focus on school and family and just focusing on myself. I came back and we absolutely annihilated content for the last half of 2024. And I just want to express my gratitude to every single person that's watching today's video. If you ever liked a video, commented on a video, subscribe to me. If you're a member, if you got a Scatmaster Fooly memby, you're a goddamn real one. But the goal this year, guys, is very simple. And I'm going to make it the easiest thing to remember. Guys, hashtag Fooly50. 50K by the end of this year. That is the ultimate goal right now, and we're not going to let Activision get in the way of that, okay? Because every single time we talk about them or they get exposed about something, it's always some fucking ridiculous nonsense that's just absolutely fucking disgusting. And unfortunately, today's no different, guys, but about a week ago or so, I was tagged in a very, very large post. And look, I try not getting all conspiracy theorist on you guys. I think I've mentioned that to you guys before in the past, but it's just not really my style. But it seems as though Activision is simply unable to debunk any of these rumors that we come up with, any of these theories like skill-based damage and the such. They'll talk about a bunch of other random bullshit, but they'll never address that. And it took somebody getting very, very deep into the patent algorithm systems, I don't know how else to fucking word this, within Call of Duty to see some very alarming shit. Now, this tweet comes out from a gentleman named Branch Off Bush. He tags a couple well-known content creators and he says, I helped a government agency prove Activision's game software has access to your camera like the patents state. Merry Christmas, Activision. Now stop hiding felonies behind patents. And you might be thinking like, yo, like, for what fucking reason do we have to believe some shit like this? And listen, I'm right there with you guys. Like, anytime I see these things come out of nowhere, out of left field, it is a little bizarre to see until you start looking deeper into it. And they start talking about a lot of things that are just embedded in your PC anytime you play Call of Duty, and this is some really freaky shit. But if you actually go to this post and you check out exactly what this guy's talking about, it appears as though anytime you access Call of Duty, at least from the start, Call of Duty has access to a ridiculous amount of your information that is stored within your PC. And I'm talking everything, guys. I'm talking fucking Discord servers. I'm talking all the accounts that you have if you're logged into social medias on your fucking PC, any other games that you're playing, your usernames on those games. But the freakiest one here is access to your fucking camera.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't use a webcam. I know a lot of people do, unfortunately, but I don't. But it seems as though Activision really, really wants to know what the fuck I am doing anytime I boot up my PC with Call of Duty installed. Now, there's a lot of rumors, a lot of theories pointing towards Activision wants to know what the fuck you look like while you play the game, because the rabbit hole is gonna get really fucking deep here, guys. They look at your emotional state.
Huh?
I know. I fucking know. You're giving me that fucking face. They want to see what your facial expressions are as you play the game. That way they can manipulate the game itself to cater to you as you play the game and possibly have you feeling better about yourself while you play the game, or maybe put you in a state where now you're starting to get annoyed so that they can bring you back up again. And look, I'm not saying I necessarily believe this, but for what fucking reason would they need access to your fucking camera as you play a goddamn video game at any point in time fucking ever? Please answer me this question. Why is this part of their patent? Why the fuck do they need access to our cameras? Activision, what do you want to see out of me? What do you want to see? You want to see what I log into? What I watch on YouTube? You want to see everything I do? Yeah, how invasive is this nasty shit out of Activision? What, you guys want to watch me listen to fucking New Jeans? Is that what it is? You want to see what I look like, Activision? Is that what it is?
Mr. West, why have you donned a mask to start this deposition?
Because you don't have the right to see my face.
Or maybe you want to see my fucking cats. Here you go, guys. Here, why don't we do a quick debut for you guys very quickly? Please, guys, meet Scatmaster Pumpkin and Scatmaster Squash, my two cats. And Activision, Joe Seacott, whoever else is out there watching, since you guys clearly want to be as invasive as you goddamn are with your patents, these two little guys will kick your ass. I don't know exactly what it is that you guys want with that sort of information from a player, a fan, a casual gamer like myself. It's pretty fucking weird. Now, Activision is known to have these very weird tactics where they really want to get into the psychological mind of their fans, okay? When it comes to their marketing, when it comes to how they present bundles and who it's catered towards, how they rig your matchmaking experiences. Apparently they have tabs on certain people that they don't like. Guys, this company is fucking filthy. They're disgusting. It doesn't even surprise me that much that they want this sort of information. Now, a little while ago, I told you that the theory and the rumor was that they want to look at your facial features as you play so their AI can detect what your expressions are and how you're feeling about the game itself. Psychologically, that is so fucked up, it's so manipulatively disgusting and outright fucking wrong that this might be one of the things that just prevents people from playing. And hold on, hold on. I'm sure with the people watching this shit, how would you like to know that Activision is literally ratting your PC?
I'm not doing this.
Your entire data as a human being on your PC is tapped into the moment you play Call of Duty. That is all the shit that you acknowledge and, you know, the terms and service that you accept upon loading the game for the first time. They already have features where in order to have a better in-depth sound mechanism in your game, you need to have your headset on, and the AI is literally gonna detect your facial features to cater the sound to your fucking ears. You guys remember the pay-to-win audio shit from the launch of the game, right? Yeah, when you pay for it, that's the process you need to go through. Why do they need this information out of you? Why do they need to know that I'm on fucking Discord? This comes out from It's Happa, right? Because he made a very good point, especially when we're talking about AI in Call of Duty and how it works and what it does. By the way, check him out, a good human being. He says, unfortunately, nobody with any credibility or platform will amplify this, even though in layman's terms, he is showing proof Call of Duty is ratting your PC. You can delete COD, Battle.net, Steam, etc., and these listening functions still remain. That's why they won't be honest about their matchmaking algorithm. It's very invasive. Everything from your Discord activity, web history, Spotify history, YouTube history, etc. Ever wonder why you got chat banned and don't even use an in-game mic? Probably that time you called your homie a retard in Discord VC. And he goes on and essentially connects a lot of dots with this, but it's one thing for these nasty creeps at Activision to have essentially my fucking face and then have all of my data on my PC accessible to them, but to now run that information through AI so that they can manipulate my game in several different ways. People get banned for not even talking in game, but they're in Discord talking shit to each other. It's a lot of nonsense, and it's really no wonder that Call of Duty is just fucking dying at this point.
You big, fat, white, nasty, smelling, fat bitch.
And I know we talk about this all the time, but there's people on PC that simply do not allow for this type of nonsense. Security and privacy is a fucking massive thing in the 21st century, guys, and I think Activision is foolish for pulling this type of nonsense off when the PC player base accounts for a lot of people that play Call of Duty, period. Which actually brings me to this post from Charlie Intel. He says, Call of Duty was the most played game on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S in the US for the week ending December 21st during the Black Ops 6 free trial, but it was number 6 on Steam in the same period. Now, I'm gonna give you guys a quick theory that I have, another conspiracy theory of mine, but before I do that, I do need to talk about this a little bit. The only reason it was number 1 on console was because of that fucking free week that they did. It wasn't even a weekend, it was a whole fucking week. Literally just a desperate fucking attempt at getting a higher player count for this time period. And not even doing it organically, okay? Like, they could have just naturally had a well-performing game, a game that's actually enjoyable, and maybe they'd actually see this sort of success on a regular basis, but it takes a significant amount of incentives for them to even reach something like this, which is even funnier because not too long after, Fortnite and fucking 2K overtake them on PlayStation, which is just... Jesus Christ, Activision, like, you guys are fucking ass. But I do need to talk about this number 6 on Steam thing because that's a pretty bad spot to be at. But then it gets me thinking. The PC player count, in my opinion, and I don't really have sufficient evidence to prove this, but I do remember Bobby Cosby talking about how PC is starting to account for a very large percentage of the player base in Call of Duty. It sounds like all of this data that they're requiring out of you on PC, which again leads to a significant amount of manipulation and rigging in your game. It sounds like to me that a lot of the people that are leaving, at least the ones that are on PC, are probably leaving because a lot of their matches are being manipulated. Their gaming experience is fucking manipulated. And that's what these patents literally prove. Whereas on console, they can't really get that kind of history and data out of you. I mean, there is certain things that they can still, but certainly not as much as on your fucking PC. And when you start seeing a 40% drop in PC players, it raises some red flags like, what are these PC players experiencing that maybe the people on console aren't? And again, that's not to say that the people on console aren't being manipulated. Of course, there's still skill-based matchmaking, EOMM, skill-based damage, a whole lot of other shit, but just looking into the patent for PC, for the amount of bullshit that there actually is in there requiring your data on PC, I'm sure a lot of people on PC can notice their experience being fucked with, and it aggravates them to the point where they decide for themselves, yo, I'm not playing this shit anymore.
Police! Help! Help!
Which may be the reason there's such a significant drop on PC, and maybe less of a drop on console. Again, on console, it doesn't matter what the fuck you play on. You can play on console, PC, your fucking phone, play on a fucking potato if you want. I'm sure there's still a way for them to manipulate you, but these patents that we're looking into, I'm sure that part of the reason so many people are dropping off the game probably has to do with the amount of shit that they're altering in your game experience, as seen in these patents. Guys, it's a lot of weird shit. I don't understand why Activision needs all of this. Okay, I'm sure the gooch lickers out there, you guys probably already have your pitchforks and knives talking about, oh, well, when they say camera, they mean, what is he? I don't even know what the fuck you could possibly say or how you could possibly justify some weird shit like this, but I'm sure the gooch lickers, they're gonna find a way to do it because that's what they do, all right? Anytime Bobby Cosby's in any sort of danger, alright, if he's in the spotlight and people are talking shit about Activision, even though it doesn't fucking work for them anymore, these gooch lickers, they're the first people to put their tongue palate all against his gooch in defense. It's weird, and the people with common sense over here, when we see weird stuff like this, and these patents that require access to your Discord, and access to whatever social media that you have on your PC, and your camera, it just becomes extremely alarming, alright? It's weird, I don't like it, I'm sure a lot of people out there really dislike it. It's a breach of your security and privacy. It's invasive as all fuck. I mean, if you really want to see my facial expressions as I play your video game, how about you just ask me, hey, here's a text box. In one paragraph, how do you feel? And what I would type would be in all caps, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you times a million, all right? Enjoy, Activision. That's how I feel about your game. That's how I feel about you. You don't need to see my goddamn face, you fucking weirdo, you creep bitch. You wonder why people stop playing. You wonder why people complain about skill-based damage and ghost bullets and server latency and all these weird back-end problems that we can't actually see. And then we see patents like this and how they have access to all this data on your PC and device. All it takes is somebody to actually give a fuck to start connecting the dots, and you start seeing a lot of connections that you didn't really realize before. 40% drop off on PC Steam? Yeah, maybe don't voice chat ban me for saying something stupid in Discord. You fucking AI obsessed weirdos. How about you get some developers to actually do this sort of work instead of relying on AI and having all of these patents be worked through AI and do it that way instead. But that's gonna do it for me today, guys. I'm curious to know what you guys think about all this. What are your thoughts on these patents being exposed in Call of Duty right now? Let me know down in the comments below, and if you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, hit the bell notifications to stay up to date with my newest videos. And yeah, guys, it's been the boy Fooly. Have yourselves a good one. I'm out of here. Peace.
This ain't in my body.